You know. Why you look quiet? Why you so quiet?
You told me to shut the fuck up with all my opinions.
Mel, no, that was in the first. That's been over, girl. That was just in that Bohemian Rhapsody moment. Don't ever suppress your voice up here.
Okay.
Your voice is super important, and we always need to hear it.
Okay.
Right. You're a national treasure up here.
Thank you.
What's good, Elevators? It's your boy Elevation here with another episode of the JBP Elevated, where we speak on the Joe Budden podcast and all of his co-hosts on and off the pod. I could have sworn I just made an episode talking about the lack of effort from Melyssa, Ford, and Ish. But then, as they were talking about Drake, I overheard this little snippet, and it made me want to ponder further into that thought. There's a reason that they don't contribute the way we would like them to. Because every time they attempt to, who is the main and common denominator that shuts them down? Joseph Budden. It's Joe's fault. Joe, how are you going to tell someone to shut the entire fuck up and then get upset at them when they have shut the entire fuck up? You can't have it both ways. And if you want me to participate in everything, allow me to participate in everything. There's been plenty of topics that happened even yesterday where Melyssa's right, but since they don't respect her answers, or damn, I don't even want to say this, but seemingly they don't respect her, it doesn't matter what she says. Because she was talking about the accents from Toronto and Nova Scotia and all of that, and she actually does know what she was talking about because she was right, and they were clowning on her anyway. You have no value with your words is basically what they say whenever she speaks. So I can't get mad at her whenever she doesn't want to speak on the pod anymore. Yes, I'm going to collect a check. I'm going to sit up here and look pretty because that's all you're allowing me to do. Now, this isn't me trying to say all the Karen antics that she does don't still apply to her, because they do. They absolutely do. And does that give reason to everyone around her to treat her in the manner that they do? I can't say yes. I can't say no. I don't know because I'm not there. But something needs to happen because Melyssa, I've seen her on too many other podcasts, and she's actually starting to open up more on her own podcast that I can't see on the JBP because you shun her every time she speaks. Flip has changed his whole personality as a direct result of how you speak to him. It's funny that I brought this up with Mark, and I said that you do it, but I never realized the severity of you doing it versus anyone else. At the end of the day, you're the man that signs my checks. So if you don't agree with what I'm saying, if you don't like how I'm saying it, if you clown on every statement that I make, why would I continue to make statements? But at the end of the day, you are the man that's signing my checks. So if you're going to continue to pay me, especially if it's increased since I've been here, it's a tough situation to find yourself in. Especially Melyssa. I moved across the country to be here. You already saw the fallout that I had with Jason Lee. And when that initially happened, I wanted to be on Jason Lee's side. But then you start paying attention to Jason Lee and it's like, never mind. But then it's happening all over again at the JBP. Initially, you want to take the side of the man as a man. Yeah, Melyssa, she's full of shit. But then you start to look at the other side. It's like, I don't know. And now I'm getting to that point. You can't continue to send mixed signals and expect me to pick up on every mixed signal. It's the same thing that men, or I always catch these men in the manosphere saying women expect us to read their minds. And we can't. Just tell us what's going on. But then they tell us and it seems like they're nagging. It's the same thing here. It's the same thing. She's going through the same things that she would have to go through in an intimate relationship. Now I see what all the women I've been saying for months upon months upon months on end. But at the end of the day, we do have to come to a conclusion to this. Because we need your inclusion. And Joe tried to clean it up at the end by saying all of that. Because at the end of the day, he does mean it. But when you and your jokes and the severity that they carry don't realize that the severity that they carry, and you keep issuing these jokes, quote unquote, in their direction, how are they supposed to respond? What are you supposed to do? And it's hurting the podcast. A lot of people, because yesterday you were trying to boost the energy up from what you had given us on the Patreon in the previous free release. So I get it. You're trying to boost the energy up. But at the end of the day, we have to be mindful and conscious of how we speak to people, how they receive what it is that we're saying to them, the amount of rapport we have. Can I joke with you like this? Is it worth it to where antipathy continues to build and build and tension continues to build and build because I'm trying to entertain my audience? Or is there a medium that we can come to? Yes, the guys, including myself, we realize how beautiful Melyssa is, but clearly we want to hear something from her, and I keep associating it with her not having anything to say, and it's just not that. Because every time I speak and every time I open my mouth, you don't like what comes out. So you could either coach me to pod in the manner that you want me to, or you can shut the fuck up. That way I can continue to do my job and get better at my job instead of continually regressing in your eyes and the eyes of the audience. Jokes, man, I speak a lot on jokes and how powerful jokes can be, especially if you're hearing the same jokes over and over and over and over again, because it made me question, how many times has Joe told Melyssa to shut the fuck up? This is not the first time. But once she starts responding to it, then maybe Joe will change his ways. And shout out to Flip for standing up for Melyssa again. But you have to see your own relationship with Melyssa on the show. Off the show, it's a completely different story. Because I heard you saying behind the scenes that you own Hot and Bothered, which we know is not true. But I'm not going to put it past you or Melyssa to say that you have a stake in it because you helped fund Hot and Bothered initially. I won't put that past you. So, I don't know. I just wanted to give my thoughts on that. Give a semi-apology to Melyssa. Like I said, your Karen antics, they still stick. But I can't continue to blame you for not speaking when he does stuff like this. And it's persistent. This happens all the time. So, semi-apologies, Melyssa, for it. I appreciate all the support y'all been showing your boy. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to the page if you haven't. If you have, you already know how we rock it. You already know how we rock it. Hey, there's things going on in the Twitch world that I'm going to continue to speak on. Feel free to take over on the Patreon elevation, just like the YouTube page. See what we got cooking over there. I appreciate the community that's building over there. Appreciate all the paid members. I appreciate the free members, all in the same. I'll see y'all a little later today. Peace.